Hey Turbo. Hey Dan. Hey Fishing. Just gonna kill an hour here. No topic. No special stream. Just wanted to go ahead and hey Alien. Just wanted to go ahead and knock a hour out. I've got 3.9 on my watch hours. Sorry about all that movement, but you guys are used to it here. Just notice how sandy my... Hey Sand Creek. Wow, 12 people. I'm surprised. Welcome everybody. Shopping videos. Did you see the one today? Look at the salt on this. Just gonna wipe it off. Hey Natural. Hey Matt. Hey Recon, thanks. Thomas. Hey Zen Ginger. Nathan finished up and I said, well, I've got a little bit of time before the dogs start wanting me to do things. Maybe. I hear them in there now. So, you guys know when you have tanks, there's always something to do. Always, always. Alien here. Hey, Alien. So what you guys want to talk about? I said I don't have a... It's, yeah, I know, Natural. It locks the orientation. It says orientation is locked, rotate device back. They do that. They lock if you go ahead and start before, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I just need, actually, under 100 hours now. It's 3.9, so... that will probably take a day or two, the way it usually counts them, but hey, it's been 2 years getting here. And you know, I was at 1.6 when I reached my 1K subs, and I didn't think that there was any chance of getting to 4 in any reasonable amount of time, and Andy kind of started it up and you guys jumped right on. So I'm just really, really surprised. Hey Jess, I need less than 100 hours, so it looks like I'm gonna get that monetization. So I'm just wiping tanks down, only to mess them up. Hey Griffin. Let me see who all's in here. You got 15 people. Big J's, hey there. I hate this because you can't see who's here. Natural Aquariums, Jess, Griffin, Zen Ginger. Thanks, Matt. Wide World Tropicals, gang. What a... Thomas, Recon, Alien, Dan Slee, Turbo Fish, Joel Z, or G. Joel G. You mentioned the shopping videos. Have you seen the one today? I did a little shopping and then came out and sat outside. Hey, Sandy. Guys, Sandy's our newest mod, so I'd like to welcome her. She works a lot of times when I'm modding, or when I'm streaming, or the impromptu stuff, so she may not be able to be here every time, but it's good to have several good mods. And so please welcome her. I think she'll be a big asset. And also, while I'm thinking about that, Recon really needs just a few. How many Recon subscribers to hit 200, I believe. I mean, just a few. And we've got 21 people here. If anybody is not subbed to him, please consider it. It's Nathan. I think I said, hey, Nathan. And by that same token, Sandy, I think, is about to hit her 100 milestone and needs a very few subs. And if you haven't checked out Sandy's channel, you should. got everything. No, thank you, Recon. That's all right, Sandy. You're here and you're blue, so you're on your way. Just watch Recon, and you know how to mod. If you are serious, just watch Recon and Candy and Zen. And well, Zen is not modding here right now, is she? No. But there are lots of good people to watch. So that's what I did. The first person that asked me to do it, I was really surprised, and I think it might have been John at KG Tropicals. I don't know. It was a big channel. Yeah, and then Bob Steenfott. So, yeah, 171. So Nathan only needs, what's that, 29 to get to 200. So, shouldn't trust you with the wrench. Be careful, I'll put one on there. You want one on there, Zen? I'll put it on there. I'm not really showing these tanks, am I? I'll just go under and wipe it off. Wow. Feel nauseated all of a sudden. And that's not like me. Yeah, all these plants in here are fake, and I've got to come back and add some more. Hey, Young Fish Aquatics. Hey, Selfin. Yeah, I was just going to say I've got to come back and put another 50, 75 pounds of sand and get that one side that's lower back up like 4 inches like this one over here. And I've got more rocks to put in. There's a lot of wood in here, but it's hidden down under the rocks still, getting waterlogged. And I've got more wood outside that I took out to try and clear this tank up. But we shall see. I'm almost finished with it. I can't really do much more with it. I don't think I've shown this side unless I showed it a while ago. There's my pretty lady that still has her, started to say gallbladder. Some guys drove by yelling me, show us your tanks. That's cool. Well, that's pretty cool, Joe Coffee. I'm beginning to wonder if she is going to recover. Thank you, Recon. And if you haven't, please post your own up there, or Sandy post it. But yeah, I'm beginning to think she's not going to recover. She's still getting, yeah, it has. It's looking much, much, much better. I had got that little guy there, not so little anymore. Bought it and another one, hoping that one was male, and I lost one along the way, maybe a year ago. And this fellow kept growing, and well, you see what he looks like, and he was to be her mate, or one of them was to be. She's lost 2 previous mates, and I've had her maybe 3 years. So now that she has a beautiful mate, she's watching me. She's very receptive to eating and all that. Hey, Tim, welcome. So that's what she's watching, to see if I'm about to feed her. And I am, as soon as the stream's over. Thanks, Sandy. There you go. Posted her first link, I think. Hey, Deborah. Good morning. Where are you at? I forget. There you go, Recon. You're on the way. I'm not going to get on soapbox again, but we have a lot of really good mods, but we can always use more. And to me, mod is a very serious job, and it really takes a lot of a mod to really take care of the stream owner and try to be supportive and be intuitive. And I know that it's what's to monitor the chat, Matt. It's to post links. It's to answer questions. I mean, you could only see, you may be seeing if you're on your iPhone, what I'm seeing here, because I'm not on my desktop, obviously. But yeah. Pam is a mod on a lot of channels. I am on too many, actually. And I'd ask several people that if that really did not need me, if I, could come off unless they needed me again, and they all understood. So, yeah, there's that too. Zen answers questions, posts links. Yep, there you go. It's condensed down. What's going on back through here? Yazi, come on. I think because you're out, it's causing look at all this mess. See their beds and their towels, and just like kids. Well, this is their play. No, settle down. I'm by myself. This is their play. I'm kind of tired of looking at that stuff in there. Yeah, the doggies area is my area. I live where the dogs live. Let's see if there's something. Wow. If there's something new. Okay, I'll go back by their self-in for sure. You saw me come in and they're pushing to eat. I was going to see if we could see any of Susan's crayfish. I got 5 from her a couple weeks ago, week and a half, something. 2 of them live in here. I do have shrimp, Matt. Haven't had them very long, and they're a mono shrimp. I don't really have a place. Well, yeah, I do have some of the red cherry shrimp too that Chattanooga Ed gave me. I've got those in with my Santa Maria Endlers from Dan's Fish. So I forget those guys. I have those. And then I have some monos that I put in my new rainbow tank, newest rainbow tank. And this is killifish, and the tank is full of killifish, but we're not supposed to know that. Guys that have killies, sometimes they stay out. These guys don't. I have them in 2 or 3 other tanks. But yeah, I put a little food in there. They would come out. They're all back in those floating plants. You have some trouble with that internet. Hey, stop it. Stop. Yazi, you have a big mouth to be so little. Hey, Diego. Hey, Miss Southern Belle, welcome. Sandra Bennett, hey there. Saw Sandra a couple nights ago in on panel over with Nike. I don't remember what I was doing there unless I just stopped. US Pier, can you see more rainbows? Hold on, see, it just rolled up. I bought a few more Australians earlier tonight to add to my other 5. Oh, cool. Yeah, Australians are easy to find. They're inexpensive unless you get some of the rare ones or some that are not the dwarfs, and even some of the dwarfs can be. But yeah, Australia has some awesome rainbow fish, and they're under collected and really not appreciated as well in the hobby here as some other rainbow fish are, but I think that's changing. What kind of plant? That's the roots to, I hate having to hold this phone like this. Yes, I will show you some. Remind me in a second if I start rambling on here. That is a, there's a rainbow sneaking in there, but we'll pretend we don't see it. A wisteria or Sprite. I can't remember. It's either water wisteria or water Sprite. And it's the same as, get my legs back here, how dirty the glass is. It's the same as this stuff here. A little bit of it over there. Whole lot of it in the Fajaka tank. Those are my giant crabenzas. And those are colony bred and raised. And I'm waiting on a third spawn. And when I get that spawn, I'm going to put some of these guys on get gills. But I really felt like I had to have 3 to prove they would colony spawn, because everybody wants to keep 1 pair, and they didn't spawn like that. So when they finally did, I've left them. Here's a female that's all colored up right in the center. So yeah, those guys, and they've got their original dithers still in there. The pearl danios, not celestials, just pearl danios. Hey, Wide World Tropicals. Hey, Ozzy. I'm getting a lot of glare from this rainbow cichlid tank that's down on the ground down there. This is what happens when you have cichlids that are prolific convicts. These guys are all right, but this is a 29, I think. But I have sold a bunch of these guys out of here. Not quite as crowded as they look. They're all gathered right up to where I am, because it is close to feeding time. They're a gorgeous fish, and they're a pretty passive cichlid. I've got 3 of them, the mother of all these, and 2 brothers in that 180 in the living room in there. Hey, Derek. Let's see who else I've missed here. My God, there are 37 people in here. This might put me halfway to the rest of the hours. If people stay an hour. I'm planning on running it an hour for sure. Looks like I've seen, hey Chevy Fish, didn't see you. Fish Dreams. Alright, well I wanted to show you my new, there's a killifish back there. Oh, there they go. I got those new barbs, the panda, red pandas. And that's a female, trying to be, there she comes over here. I got 8 of those, 4 pairs of them, and I lost 7 fish. Had 1 female next morning, this tank. And I went back a few days later and told them, and they still had 1 male and 3 females, so I asked for the male and got him, and I'm going to really make it a project, a priority to spawn them. But that one's about, a third grown. They get 2.5 inches. That one's a 1/2 inch. The male have the red, of course, and their stripes go all the way down. But I do not see him. She's the boss of the male too, so anyway. Jess, I know you're working up to, or planning on streaming sometime in the near future. You've talked about it, so I'm looking forward to that. Still trying to see that male. Here's the female. Yeah, it does. That's what I hadn't been doing, see, for a long, long time when they changed the stop, Milo. It sounds like, I don't know what, but stop. Oh, crap, I forgot to give him his itchy shot that I went to the vet and got today. I got your itchy shot. I'll give it to you in a little bit. Cytopoint is apparently what they give now. It's an injection. And since I am an RN, the vet, he's our veterinary medical director at the shelter. Hey, Jason, he lets me give my dogs their injections except rabies because of the state laws about that and the documentation. Bunch of weirdos. I guess that's better than being you mob. Better than being hey you mob. Hey Brad, Mr. Fish. Let's see, Daniken. Kenny E just posted a video and he's got an awesome fish house. Uh-oh, Jason took his message back. I wasn't quick enough. Okay, here we go. Gonna have to get on the person that helps me with the tanks. Oh wait, that's me. The water spots. I started to sit down and ramble, but I thought it might be not quite as monotonous if I show some of the stuff I don't usually show a lot. So yeah, I've got 4 that size. There are 2 in here and they're sisters, and then I have the mother and 1 other sister, and I've seen them all in the last 24 hours. So far too many great fishy friends to list name by name. Remove previous comment due to typo. Oh, you like me, Jason? Oh, dang, I was hoping it was something really juicy. But yeah, you guys know Susan. She has these things spoiled. I mean, rotten too. I talk about my fish being spoiled, but guess what? Crayfish are the same. And you know what it's doing? It's waiting on me to feed the fish, and then it gets a little pellet. She said you didn't have to give it to it every day, but I've got cory cats and lots and lots and lots of silver-tip tetras in here. There are a lot of fish in here, we're just not seeing them. Maybe I should do a little feeding. But yeah, that's what she's doing. Where'd she go? Oh, she backed up. She backed up into the shadow right there. There she is. So she kind of stays in this area. Not sure what she's doing back there. And then the other one, they get along fine. They meet each other up. Yep. Far not fat, although I do have fat thumbs. Amen, let me tell you. This girl's probably already out too, anticipating. They love to climb all over the wood, and I don't have any plecos in here right now, but I've got 4 caves, and one of them's a triple, and that wood has some really cool places to hide it in there. I do have some of those honey cats, those what do you call them that Rachel has? Not the purple ones. I've got 3 of those, I think, in here still. I did have 4. Hey, Dragon. Good to see you. But couldn't stand it. He came out and went back. That's usually the killie that I show, even though he's just, not just, but he's one of those wonder killies that are, oh look, looking at me like I've never seen. Got babies. Now those are from Dan's Fish. That's about not an eighth of an inch even. I mean, not a quarter of an inch. Maybe close to a quarter. Sorry, all those lies and good intentions to get a gimbal. Yeah. And they will predate their own babies, so I do keep these fed well. Maybe if I find some food in here, I don't usually keep it in here because I tend to overfeed. That's my tissue I was going around trying to wipe some things with. It looks like it could be put to good use right here. I get in a hurry with the bloodworms and drip them and then don't go back and wipe them off, so then they get stuck like all these are. Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Get some rest. And guys, go check out Matt's channel too. I don't think I mentioned his earlier. I know I have before, but he has an awesome channel. I'm not going to tell you what's on there. More than fish, though. More than fish. Some of these guys I may put back out in the tubs because they came from the tubs. Some little Synodontis catfish. I do have plecos in here. Got albinos, I think, if memory serves. And I've got some little puffer fish, not so little, but there's one right back there, kind of right in the center of those leaves. Thank you, Recon. Yeah, Matt has lots of things. So you just go through and pick what you're interested in looking at or learning about. It's moving up. It knows it's time to eat. I keep saying I'm going to pull. See those with the blue, not just the black, but those with the blue. I've got 2 or 3 in here like that. I've got a male and a couple of females. I've got some of that's a platy there. That's not a swordtail. It may be the same fish. Anyway, I want to pull them, and there's 2 together, and one was a male, I think. Anyway, and try to breed those out to make them bluer. But I haven't started on that yet. And this tank is looking a little dark. That's the plant, one of the plants that Susan sent me. And there's the knife fish. I had said in a video yesterday that he or she would be in the 180. But I have not got him moved over there yet. I want him to be well fed. So maybe tonight. You have a ghost knife, don't you, Sandy? This guy's over a foot now. And they have really big mouths. I thought they had little bitty mouths. It's just you don't see them open them very often. But this is where they have no trouble finding anything you put in the tank for them to eat. And he'll eat bloodworms. He'll eat jumbo krill. Oh, okay. Well, we can share him. He even eats the Dharma the Vahaka's algae wafers. Quit creeping out in the public stores, Bob, and you would have time. That's the only social life I have. Ask Ed, he'll tell you. Ed used to run around the stores with me, and we kind of got out of it the last couple months, but So now I have to go to the grocery stores and hang out in the parking lots. I was trying to see his face. Yeah, he's a big guy. It's really fun to watch him go down and use the fin. I guess it's the caudal fin, or I don't know, the fin all along underneath on him. I'm not sure, since it's a big fin, to stir up the substrate and so forth. So this tank is going to be these guys. I'm going to keep breeding these guys out. This steel blue, a Pistos, the wild type. I made a nice apology no one saw. I'll go back and see it. The shrimp stream. Who was it to? Hey Anthony, I missed Anthony. Hey Anthony. I don't see it, Tim. Hey Ed. Dang. That's everybody. Get it, Yossi. Get it. Don't get over on that cone. That orange cone, and anything near that is there. Don't get your bed in that. Is there, yeah, it's their pee station, and they're allowed to do that because some of them are old, and when you have tiny dogs, it's impossible unless you take them out every couple hours. So they are housebroken, but they're also cone broken, which suits me just fine. The mother to those, hey guys, don't want to scare you. Doesn't look like you're very scared of me. The Parkinsona, the orange, came from Dan's Fish probably over a year ago. And that's what I have from Steenfot that are starting to color up. That guy in the new rainbow tank. And then the Goldiotic High, those guys came from Lucas, and they were tiny, tiny, as small as that rainbow I was just looking at, or smaller. And they've grown into that. Here's the big guy back there. Look at that male. There he comes. He's gorgeous. And Lucas's are from Gary Lang, so. Let's see. The rainbow tank. These are the ones you wanted to see. My wave maker came detached earlier, and I got sand down up there, so it'll settle back down the rainbows. That's hanging down up there is a piece that went with a floating thing that I can't remember what kind of fish that Haley has. Dang, I'm tired, to climb up on, and after 2 of them used it to get out, and I never had problems with it. I realized that's what the problem was. So I took the wood out, and I left the plastic made to look broke fish. Thank you, Sandy. And I left that up there, and sometimes those plants get caught on it. I just realized, hang on, I get so used to all these noises I don't even hear them. It was the dehumidifier. Yeah, some of these fish here, which for some reason I never really show. There we go. There we go. You can hear that tidal back there. You can hear the they're not afraid of me. Look at that. They're not afraid of me. The skimmer's got some plant in it. That's gone now, but there's some more of that stuff. Wisteria or whatever it is. Is Chewy in here? Yeah, just recently learned from one of you guys that the big longfish right there, the whitest one, that one, is a female Parkinsoni. So I need to get it over. With the males. Hey Melvin, good to see you in here. Welcome. Did you ever show her that bite? Yeah, I did, Sean. She was on Pam's live stream. Actually, I told her about it, and she said it probably is. It sounds like it is, or something. I put it in the Pam's chat, and she responded to it. So it was pretty much all it could have been. So. These guys are all ready to eat. Turquoise rainbow. I've got a couple of those in here, I hope. Yeah, there's another one. I don't have as good luck with the turquoise as I do some of the others, but these guys are doing well. They're PetSmart pedigree. And that's those fish that Bob Steenfott gifted me, the rosy Danios. I have a bunch of different kinds of Danios in here, and so this was the obvious tank for them. There were 3 or 4 of them, I'm not sure. They've done quite well. I can find them. There we go. They're beautiful. Whoa. Slow down, dude. There they are. There's 3 of them there. Really pretty. Rosy Danios. I'd never heard of them. It says sold out on the site, but if he gets more in, and I'm sure he will, I'm going to get me a few more. 3's not enough. They swim with the orange fin and Chopra and all those others back there, but 2 or 3 more in here won't hurt. And I'm going to unclog that tidal if I can. Yep. That's what was stuck in it. Just some dead leaves. It does its job, but you do have to maintenance it. That's that bridge thing that the ropefish used to get out on. Yeah, there's green neons in here. The store that Ed goes to a lot and that I also go to a lot. There's your fish, Chewy. It's one of the Madagascars. Yeah, see the greens back there. They're $2.99 at that store. I've got several, cardinals. Cardinals are all getting big, getting old. Yep. Then I have to reset this tank, and it's only been a couple months since I did. Boy, that sounds so much better. Let's see here, what else? ICX, which I thankfully haven't had to use in a long time. One of these, I'm not going to show it, but I was expecting it, a male like that one right there. And that one had been at each other back and forth. The males have, there's another male, back and forth at each other. But anyway, the other male actually jumped out of here while I was feeding them. While I was feeding them last night, it scared the dogs to death, and it scared me even more. It's hard to catch. These are big fish. Put him back, and I've got salt in here now, and it hasn't hurt my catfish. I watched a little video just to reassure myself by Rachel O'Leary. About salt and dispelling some of the myths about catfish and using it and that kind of stuff. Just common sense stuff, but you know, sometimes there's a shortage of it. So anyway, I've got salt in here, aquarium salt, and I see that that male has passed, and he's floating to the right, but I'm not going to show him. He still is gorgeous. He still looks just like them, but I don't think the fall really did him in. I just think that whatever was going on with them, and it was so unlike them to be fighting like that. Those small ones, it's taken me, I don't know, 6 months to get them that size. So they do grow, but lots and lots and lots of good food. I've got a little title on the back of this. And I've got 2 sponge filters, and I just cleaned that one and didn't put it all the way back down in there. And this is a 40 breeder. I'm really bad not to say anything about the tank, just to ooh and ah at the fish. But I haven't done this in a while. Some of you know what's coming. Watch out, Mr. Hoplo. Come on. Come on. Come on, get your tail out of there. All right, you're good. The sand is so fine in here. All right. Yeah, check them out. These are my spotted Raphaels. I forget how many I have. A bunch of them. And they sleep all day and party all night. I know, right, Sean? I need to redo the hiding spots under here. These dogs are getting rowdy. Be careful not to let that get down too far. Yeah, I want to make sure I get under this one. I'll get him out when I come around to feed. Dang, I hate that. I always hate to lose any fish, but the fish that yeah, they'd like to have some shell dwellers, I am quite certain. What else we got going on here? Nelson has been acting like he's brumating. Give him a really nice clean habitat. There he is. You can see my skinny legs and my boxers. Let me get over here and get Pam gets all beside herself. Yeah, you can't see for the glare, but he's right there. Kind of see his stripes. He's curled up there. When I bring the dog food in here and tap on the can, he'll start flicking his tongue and smelling it and be ready to eat. And there is lots and lots and lots, and even more lots of that plant. This is why I have to throw it away. Here's my other two Hoplo cats. Here's Dharma the Fahanka. Oh yeah, why would you run around and Pam, don't give away the content of my videos, please. I was gonna put a poll up about that. I was just watching the styles there at Food City, and oh, she's already got a piece up here. These are those omega-1 algae wafers, and that's the only brand she'll eat, and she won't eat any dead frozen food. Or this is an algae wafer. The hair dye, I don't use that stuff out of the dollar bin now, Sean. It's got to be good hair dye. It's got to come out looking like Haley's. He's watching the dogs on the bed there, or she is. I don't do the nudity because it creeps me out if the dogs are watching me. And they watch everything I do. Like, you know, I'm the pack leader, I guess. That little heifer, she's not gonna... Yeah, she's got two of them under her there. Hey, Veteran Aquatics. Welcome. I've just been rambling around for 45 minutes, looking at some of the things I don't look at too much, trying to get an hour, because I almost have my 4K watch time. It's another good channel there, guys. I'm telling you all, when I was out trying to get my 1K subs, I was searching high and low for new channels, and you're seeing some of them. Veterans, one of them too. I'm hearing something behind me here on the bed. Yazzie, Yazzie, Yazzie. Look at this. Look what this boy's got in his mouth. Come here. Let me get you. Be still. Why are you tearing that bed up? Why are you tearing the bed up? That's not even your bed. That's Rico's bed. They've got the sheet torn off this bed. They do it every day. And it's usually that guy there rolling around and playing. It's still on the bed, but it's a rubber mattress that I sleep on, an air mattress, so it's easy to get off. And there's baby Rico. Rico's 17. Rico's like, I don't have time for your foolishness. Rico. Rico. There he is. Oh, what a baby. He's a doll. Rico's a baby. Oh, uh-oh. He told you to get the hell away from here. He said, get away. Daniel. Bless Daniel. He told Daniel to get away. He said, y'all woke me up and then put a hound up in my face. Come on, Dan, you want to boost? Come on. Come on, I'll boost you. Come on, I gotta go. Come on, Daniel. Are you scared of him? Really? All right. What else? She still hasn't touched her pellets. She will though before lights out. Here he is over here now. Here, let's go. Here we go. Shh. Shh, 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 shh. There's my CPAP machine over there. Sit down, Dan. We're gonna eat in just a few minutes. Sit down. Sit down. Need to be up here walking around on little dogs. Good boy. All right. All is well. Trying to get a good look at her beak. The only thing she really, yeah, it's fine, only uses to keep it whittled down is the Sandy. She's about 10 and a half inches now, and they say they get football sized or a little bigger, that big around, that long, maybe a little longer. So she's not football sized, but she's probably more than half as long as a football now. You see what she's doing, and he's still got that stuff beside him he was chewing. She loves Yazzie, I guess, or she may want a meal of Yazzie. Yazzie, there's your girlfriend. There's your girlfriend. Can't sleep, Matt. Oh, make an Archer bark. Look, there's your girlfriend. There's Miss Dharma. You ignore her. She loves you. She watches you all the time. I don't know. She can be temperamental. Puffers are so smart. I'm trying to get her to take a pellet over there. She has some, oh, I forgot I have some ghost shrimp for her too, but I gave her some, but I've got some buried ones that I've got in some light brackish water, not really brackish, to see if they'll drop there. I tried that once before and they lived a couple of days, so I'm going to try to pay closer attention this time to them. This damn paper towel I've carried all over the room. All right. Don't think you could have a puffer. All right, the cats are saying it's time to eat, and you are right, kitties. Yeah, thanks, veteran. Yeah. I know you guys will be too. Had a bunch of people playing my playlist, so it's at 39. I didn't think it would be there till tomorrow, so maybe in the next couple of days it'll finish up. It usually sticks for 2 or 3 days at each increment. So this cobalt. It's at 3.9, so 100 hours. My goodness. Owie. She's really gentle if it's my... Ow! That one wasn't. That one wasn't so gentle. She's got some nice little teeth right around the... She didn't break the skin, though. It felt like she did. What are you doing? What are you fussing about? What are you fussing about, you silly girl? Oh, Ed, did you see the, Dang. The picture that goes with each stream, I forget what that's called, not the logo. Nope, she's hungry now. She's wanting me to give her a couple of big jumbo Creole frozen, and she'll eat them too. And also eat plenty more. I put the pipette in her mouth and she pulls on it when she's ready, and I squirt the bloodworms and frozen shrimp in. Thumbnail. Did you see the thumbnail, Ed? Yeah. Thank you, JH. Aquatics thumbnail. Well, the thumbnail is in landscape, and it's those potted plants right there that have been in there for about 2 years, maybe. So they're down on the bottom too. Oh, I'm teasing Ed because he was saying the other day he'd never seen plants potted, or telling somebody that gave him the idea or something. So yeah, those actually came from Miss Pam, Punchy Paints. The one in the middle wasn't doing as well, but it's catching up now. Those are the Santa Marias. That's what we've got to get you hooked up with, Ed. Got a few of them. Yeah. We're just teasing him because he was, it was Jason, Redfish Bluefish. He was saying that he inspired him to pot plants, and I'm like, what? And James was like, what? And that's also Ed's guppy grass. I moved a little bit of it over here, but the vast majority of it's in with. Oh, let me sit down a second. I'm trying to see. It is. Well, look back here. See, dragon? See? Do you see any fish? And then you get right here the last 2 inches, and they're packed in there. So it's not as bad as it looks. And I'm going in, looking from side to side, and they're all across the front. So see when you come around this way. But yeah, it is overstocked. But see, it's not nearly as bad as you can make it look if you come over here. It's an elliptical conniption. Optical illusion. But yeah, they're fine. You can see that they're really suffering from it. Besides those guys, I've got one of the old longfin Corydoras in here. That's what those in the new tank will look like. And they get longer fins. I do have quite a few fry in here, don't I? An Ed shrimp are in here. Good night, Joseph. Thought I just saw some shrimps. This is the tank that your shrimps are in, Ed. I'm sure they're all poised to come out and eat when I feed the fish. I do give them some stuff to, well, right there is a shrimp. I just can't get it on camera. I guess my vision's just too bad. Where is the camera? Okay. Gosh. Okay, the dogs are ready. And you see it's like 20 seconds to midnight. Midnight's when they eat and walk again. How about that? Okay. All right. Oak leaf out of the yard. Okay. This one I think is about to go into green water because I just changed the water in here yesterday. Dragon, these all get 50 to 60% water change. They're only 10-gallon tanks, so it's easy to come down through here once a week. They were done last night. And those are the prize. The Robux Reds. Oh, yeah. And yeah, it should. It would me. It would me, Matt. Here's the Paku. Got those at James's store in Knoxville. They'll be going to Ohio with me before too long, I'm sure. They've just about outgrown my largest silver dollars in here. There's something to watch eat. I should do a little video of them eating. They don't even compete with the other fish. They just take whatever they have, but the two of them are very competitive, and they gorge like you would think piranhas would do. I have 4 of these guys, 2 of them that are 3 or 4 years old, and it froze because it becomes invisible if it freezes. Come on, you're all right. Here we go. I've got 2 of these guys this size, tire track eels. Hey JC Aquatics, welcome. Here's a Ed. I hope you're able to get some fish off that link I sent you. It's a great deal, less than $4 per fish. It was SC Aquatics, I think. And here's the other one. Makes you think when you're walking around on the sandy bottom, what could be under here? These guys are cute. They pick at each other and they bite at each other, but they've never hurt each other. I have 2 others that are small that are in the Parkinsona rainbow tank. They're taking forever to grow out in there. Nope, none of these are killies in here. There he went. I robbed from this tank for the new rainbow tank, and it's just a mess. I have lots and lots of real plants, but these are tetras. All of these fish are tetras, or in the tetra family. And what silver dollars love to eat more than any food I can give them are live plants. So you can't, and I put a bunch of plants in here every couple of weeks. It stops things up, so I have to keep an eye on it, and they eat them. So I'm going to be getting a little school of those guys right there in the center from Dan when he gets in his stock. I did managed to pry that out of him, that he's going to get some of those, and I've already got a school of those guys. But yeah, I have Fundulopan checks, but I don't want to sell any of them. They're in that first rainbow tank we looked at, and they're back in the grass, but I've only had 1 spawn out of them, so I don't want to sell mine. Not any right now. If you're still looking for them and I get a couple of spawns out of them, I definitely would be ready to move some on. There's your red, white, and blue koi. All right. So I guess we've looked at almost every tank here. That's just sad. Look in there. Just sad. And there's old Winnie dog. See my mop right there. It's almost like volunteering at the... Listen to Rico. It's that old one, the little one. Rico. Hey, Dad Fred. Haven't seen you today, I don't think. I just watched one of your videos, but I can't remember now what I watched. The last thing you had out, but I cannot remember for the life of me. For anybody that, I'm just trying to find anything to talk about, guys, as long as there are 35 people here, my God, 62 likes. I'm doing a little better on that algae. I've been doing more water changes, feeding a little less, and I did come around and clean the sides, except I stopped short of the back. And, whoa, hang on. Stopped about 2/3 of the way back there just to show that I did clean it. And I thought, a lot of these things in here eat algae, so let me just leave some algae. So there's plenty on the back. Those little yellow plants that I showed in here when I said this will be the last time you'll see this tank for a while. Excuse me, Dharma. I'll let them stay in the pots to see if they were going to recover, and that's what they've done now. So I got those from Bob, Ed, and I was real excited. I even printed out a little hickey thing here about them, about what they were. No, actually she did. The lady there at the shop did. Day Life. Day Life. I remember the title. Glow is the queen of the tank without any doubt, and she likes to sneak up on the, or they let her think she is. There she is. Sorry, she's over here. And what I was gonna do, and I just remembered to show you guys the platinum neons. The bigger they get and the longer I have them, and the better they color up with good food and clean water, the more I like them. I definitely want to get some more of those. Those came from East Ridge, Ed. Fish Mania. Those are the ones that I left in Knoxville by mistake when we had the meetup. I think I have 16, I'm not sure, but I count them every morning and they're all still in there, so they're hardy little fish. And they're not really neons, they're their own little species. But yeah, Glow was over there, but she moved on. Hey Kenny, it looks like you were about to go live. Saw something pop up a few minutes ago. Is that true? You know how it is. You can't see on here. Yeah, they are coloring up more and more. And of course, it's midnight here, so, or after. Trying to see what Kenny says there, because I want to come off here if he's about to stream or something. Yeah, the Parkinsoni, he colored up early. Again, my light's in the back, so there you go, Ed. There's the Glow. You can get over there. She just attacked that. See how she gets after them? Watch now. And they're like, what the hell? She doesn't hurt them. She just likes to be the boss. She's the boss. And there's the male, the green. It's up here begging. And her little boyfriend that I got for her, I went back. I don't even know if you got to see him or not, Ed. This is actually Funk's fish right there. He loves glowfish, you know. That's Jeffy. He named him Jeffy one real night, late night stream. He also named the other green one, but I don't remember what he named it. He was the only one that had names for betas that night. Is that him there now? There, Funk. Jeffy, yep, see, I told you. There he is. I'm taking good care of him for you, Funk. What did you name the other one, the green one? Webster or something? I don't know. So 2 males and a female beta in there. Dexter, I don't know what he named it. I can't remember. I didn't write it down. I'd have to look at the stream. Anakin, did you answer? No what, Funk? You're the one that, he really is, it wasn't me, someone else. You did. You guys go watch back and watch the stream, and there are several of you here, I'm sure. Moving this slide up a little bit so we can see a little better. Here we go. We can see their colors a little better. Or not. Is that what that notice was that went up a little bit ago? So this is Monday. I have to always think, what day am I on? So that was an advertisement for next week. I saw something that popped up, so it might have just been, hey Susan. Just went all around and looked at almost all the tanks in the last hour or so, hour and 20 minutes, and saw one of the crayfish, but I have seen them all today or yesterday. I did water changes. Rainbows when they smell, but when they get big, that hump throws me off. Hunk, you'd probably keep a flower horn, I bet you would. And then you're gonna talk like that about this poor fish. I've never seen anybody so standoffish of fish. Scared of glowfish, afraid they'll turn him into a zombie. Now talking about the rainbows. They don't get a hump, they just get tall. Kenny, in here I have yellows, which are starting to get yellow. I have, I'll never remember the name of what they are. Have Parkinsoni for sure. And what are those? Ginger's not in here, I bet. Ginger got some, but hers didn't make it, or the mail was delayed. I have 6 of those too. They're going to be light blue, real light blue, but those are kind of rare. They were pricey from Bob, and they were still pricey. Susan, even your crypt, there's your big crypt. I'm having a little bit of problem with some algae, I guess hair algae on the plants. So I've cut back, I started doing more water changes and cut back just a little bit on feeding. I'm doing spot cleaning as I go around, wiping off with a, you see how scared they are of me. Fish are rotten. It's because I sit here and give them another bite. They'll take food out of my hand. Or the ones that look green, the yellow ones. What did you say? I didn't see you said anything above that. Yeah, these haven't even colored up yet, Kenny. Some of the ones that have that are a little bigger, I was showing them in the other 2 rainbow tanks in the bedroom. But yeah, when these guys color up another month, and these will be drop dead. Yep. Oh, I forgot, those 3 are in here too that, what is the guy's name that's in Australia? It's something, is it Tropical World TV or World Tropical TV? When I posted the vid, there's one of the yellows in the back. It's just starting to get some color. There's another one. He identified them. He knew what they were. They were rainbow Australians, but they're rare, really nice, expensive. And I don't remember what they are, but just gorgeous. Is Dr. Black in here? Filament algae, but I got some Florida flagfish. Ed got all the Florida flagfish. No, I've got some. Actually, they're in one of those other killifish tanks. There, guys. Dogs. Try to get everything hardwired old school, but I think it's better. Yeah, I just pulled the light up here so I could see the fish better. But yeah, I haven't lost but 1 or 2 leaves that were already turning on those, Susan. And then the little ones here are all from you too. All these small crypts are from you. And I've got them just a little bit deep in the sand. And what I do is when I think they've had time to, that one has, I need to pull it so it's putting out new growth. I go and pull them up just a little bit when I know their roots have gone down in the dirt, which is 1 inch. Some places 1/2 inch, others 2 inches, others. It just depends on how it's laying. Hey, Benny's World, welcome. There's one of the blue ones there. It's going to be blue. So yeah, those didn't even wilt back yet, Susan. Did not. There's a bunch of them in there. Now I had some of these that were that were in the that were cultured plants, and they were really thick. I didn't feel like chopping them up more than the 3 groups, and they're in the other father fish type tank in there, and I forgot to look at them while we were in there. Yeah, these are going to be some gorgeous fish. Here she comes. Where'd she go? There she is. And again, Pam, for the 100th time, those are the sage, I think, from Rachel. No, it was Diva. Diva got some of it. I'm trying to remember who all got it. Nope. It's a week later, and all I've done is turn my head. This was kind of a joke about the old newspaper cartoons. You know, if you missed a couple of weeks getting the Sunday paper, they would say, and a lot of people don't even know what I'm talking about, but they'd say, if you didn't read it for a year, you'd say, okay, it's a week later. Can't wait to see these blues color. One thing about this phone is you can't kill the battery. I mean, I haven't been able to run it down. Let me just see what I've got over here. Sorry. Hang on. Hang on. I moved one of my little tanks in here. I don't know why, but I did. It's empty. Oh, I don't want that stuff. I don't want that stuff. I had got some of this when I was getting rainbows from Lucas, and because he said that's all they would eat, but they do love bug bites and stuff. That's been a while back, but you might have noticed I've been trying to feed some of this stuff down before it goes bad. That those little endlers where Dragon was chastising me about them being so crowded, their poop was orange, and it's because I crumbled a little bit of that up. This is not going to work, so we'll watch this. It's going to fall. Tried to prop my phone up, and I don't know why I turned it that way. All right. As long as I don't knock it over, we're good. Now that Zen's not here, there you go. There's your update, Zen. Oh, these are big bug bites. Oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, I'm stepping away. I'll be back in 10 seconds, maybe 15. You guys. Settle down. Hey. Settle down. Settle down. Rico, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, Rico.
He's not right.
Okay. They know what time it is. All right. This is not going to be able for you to see it, but it's cobalt and it's spirulina, saltwater or marine flakes. And I make no difference between foods. As long as it's a good food, they're going to eat it and they're going to love it. Now they had bloodworms and frozen shrimps this morning. Let me stop there for a second. 35 people. Yep, that's Rico. Did you hear me tell him I'm gonna get him? He was barking and barking at me when he saw me run by and pick this food up. He's really picked his pace up. Did that pretty fine. Now they're starting to take interest in it. They're like, oh, no bloodworms. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, as best they can. They're just not, they're definitely happy. This gets all those little platinum neons to come out too. I put what looks like a lot, but they'll eat all that's in there. It's not a lot. Remember, there are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cories in there, 3 betas, and I don't even remember how many rainbows, a dozen or more. So there are 25 fish if there's one in there. Oh, and 16 neons. So talk about stocking. I always overstock, Dragon. Always. It's so once you know how to do it, but keep them healthy and happy, it's too tempting not to do it. So usually people get, I'm not saying you got on me, but usually people get on me about the saltwater tank, and I'm not really. So I explained to them, that the whole rock system in there, is covered with beneficial bacteria, and then it's filtering the tank, not to mention the 3 tidal hang-on back filters. And hey, Don Gallagher, and the 3 or the 2. Hey, Brad, see you later. Have a good night. Thank you. Oh, I know you were. Oh, I know you were. I saw that. Yeah, I know you were. Because when you said shame on you, I knew you were. But yeah, but people that don't keep salt, or they are not comfortable, stocking salt heavily. Now, you can really crash salt easy if you've got a small tank and you go too fast. A lot easier than fresh water. I've been there, got the t-shirts a couple times on that. So I'm really careful. But, I got that stocked up in 3 months, I guess. And the 180 went, I guess, 2 months. But I had all the stuff to put in it. All the media, almost everything was already covered with bacteria. A lot of it was. All right, guys, I got to start going around and feeding the rest of the crew, the other 31 tanks. But yeah, they're good eaters. You wish you were half as cool as me. If you were half as cool as me, Ed, you would probably be dead. That's not funny, but it is. I'm not too cool. Isn't it, Rico? And there's Dharma in here joining the course now. Dharma the cat. Hey, Dharma. Dharma's sweet. She's sweet. She can't eat fish food. Nope. 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 Oh, I see. I shouldn't have said anything. Shouldn't have said anything. It went to low battery, but it'll run an easy hour, if not more, off of that, because I've tried to run it down one night and I couldn't. All right, guys. Shh. Like that's going to stop them. That's going to stop them. I'm going to go ahead and get some flake food going in these other 2 tanks, and then I'm going to get off here and take care of these cats, or the dogs first, then the cats. Ed, I still haven't been able to find any more of the platinums. But they almost always get comments. They are cuties. Platinum parrots. I hate posting, letting a video like this post in portrait mode, because you can't really do anything with it, like a title or... I thought I had stopped the camera, but it's going. 90 minutes, in just a minute. This tank is really wide also. It's kind of hard to tell how wide it is when you're looking from one side to the other. If you see them, you'll get them for me. Ed, we need to start working on getting you some subscribers and growing your channel. Need to get you on up to 500. Oh, me? No, I'm good. I'm not gonna put anything else in here unless I find a couple of little males or females to put with that boy right there. That boy right there. No, I'm good. She's moved herself over. I'll hand feed her, but she'll also try to feed herself. And there's the blind one. They hang out together. It's cool. Recon beat you. He's like that. He'll do that. Rico, I'm gonna get you. Rico's not bring it. I think what I'm gonna do is, she usually moves up here where I can reach her better, but I'm gonna see if this guy will eat for me. Look at that. He's blind, but I guess with their, he's like, where's that jumbo krill? It's coming. All right, that'll keep them busy for a few minutes. I've got my food already thawed out. It's been thawed out a couple hours. Zen, don't be telling them stories. What's Zen telling now? Let's see, whatever, Recon. Oh, you posted it. Thanks, Sandy. Or Recon. Double post. That's a jinx. All right, guys, here we go. Hey, Ron, welcome. We just had an impromptu tour of some of the tanks, most of the tanks, and trying to pull it on out here. Well, it is an hour and a half now. Feeding some of the tanks. I'm gonna stop. Take care of the puppies. You can hear them barking. In our freshwater tanks. I didn't get that. Is that something I need to know? Hey, James. Didn't see you. Yeah, it does say that. Yeah, it does say that. I knew that, James. Sorry I didn't see. Yep. Not all of the things can you use, but you can use it for that. Little tomatoes are getting bigger. I figured out early on that I love tomato clowns. I've got that big pair in the 40 salt water. We didn't look at it, did we? That's all right. We'll save it for another day. Another time. And I haven't debuted my electric blue crab either. There's no point in trying to go around to the other side because I haven't cleaned the sides and the back. I did the front of it today. That's why it was so dirty from salt streaks down it. There's Linus. And there's the fugu puffer. He's trying to outgrow Linus. He's the one, you guys, you know, that really attacked Linus the night I brought him home and had to throw him in here because I had no brackish and he chewed his bag in two on the way home. I had a moment just now, literally sat here wondering what F3 meant. Recon, you're probably sleep deprived like me, and I need to sleep tonight, not stay up till 3 or 4. I have to be at the Ark tomorrow for a few hours, 4 hours. All right, you guys. Use guys. I'm so accustomed to using my filters and flows and stuff to use to carry food that what happened, Recon? Hey, Andy. I forget where I was at today when you live streamed, and by the time that I got through with what I was doing or where I was at, you had gone off like 6 or 7 minutes. Uh-oh. Well, I have this routine to do in the morning, except more, I don't have to give a tour. There's Zen's fish. I think that's the one she's gonna take. Hey, Bipolar, come on in. There's Lucas's, whatever, that orange food, Tetra, whatever. Yep, that pink one likes to eat the other fish. Hey, Linus. Thanks, Bipolar. It's dirty, but that's part of it, you know. I would say if you're a good fish keeper, they're dirty, but a lot of people don't agree with that or don't see that humor. I definitely want algae on this. That fish there, the flame fins, I think it's a Tamini tang, that one that ran away. It was picking on the algae on the live rock there then, but 90%, if not more, of what it eats is algae and plant stuff. So don't want to be cleaning those tanks too clear. You have to think about what you've got, of course, just like with fresh water. Look at this. We never did figure out at the fish store what, oh yeah, oh for sure. It's a hawkfish. I've got a couple of those. Only one in this tank, of course. But he was the last one left in the store. And I know he was JC, one of the owner's pet. She discouraged me several times from getting him. And then she either had to decide to get him or not when they closed. And I got him. So anytime they've came by, which is fairly often, she's seen him and looked at him, and he's okay. I know one thing I'm gonna do is, it won't look as good as that, I don't think, but I can get a piece of plywood, and the black paint, and tack a piece of that wood that I'll have them cut at Lowe's or Big Lots to fit at least on this side of it, the side that I'm on all the time. And if I do a fairly decent job, I'll go back and get another piece cut for the other side and then a couple for the ends and enclose that. Now Zach was gonna put shelves under there, but I'm not gonna do all that. So I have shelves on this one on the other side, but I'm not sure if I've stored anything under there or not. So that's what one of my indoor projects is, because I need to stay inside for sure. Those guys are wanting some big meaty krill or something, but they gorged on it this morning, so they don't need it. They do not need it. Oh, Recon. You're still there, right? You still there, Recon? Uh-oh, don't tell me he's modded this whole stream and he's gone now. Well, anyway, I remembered this morning, Recon, that I was supposed to show you what I feed, and I have probably 10 or 12 of these bags stored up. And I feed it every day to a lot of my tanks. And that's the one. Oh, there you are. That's the one for your Jack Dempsey. And I'll go in and feed it to them if you want to see. Even the little ones will take it. It dissolves pretty quickly, but they sink. And let's see, it's sealed up here. But don't you know these puffers love it, and they know the package too. These puffers are too smart. I'm gonna lay this down. Sorry. Oh, those dogs, those dogs, those dogs. All right. Yeah, but it's Hikari. Watch the puffers. And you see what that is. It's Hikari, was it omnivore or whatever? I'll look at it again. But it's going in this saltwater tank. Yep. See the puffers getting it? Here comes, that puffer is named after Diva, guys. I forgot to call it Char, which is Diva's first name. Char, C-H-A-R. She wanted it named after her, so we made it a girl. Actually, it could be a boy with the name of Char. It's really getting pretty. The crab that's around on the other side really loves these pellets too. Let's see if your fish will take ones in. Nope. I said that's not any kind of fish body. Even that hawkfish eats them. He's just kind of waiting his turn. Yep. But they break up easy, Recon, and they're a good in-between size carnivore pellets. And you see what it shows on there to feed it to. But the Jack Dempseys and these guys go crazy for it here. Yep, they know the package too. Even the little ones get it. Was forget who asked me. I mean, it was just a real question. A few seconds behind. I know how that is. But somebody asked me if the fish had enough room to swim, and not being, trolling me. I mean, I know we're better than that anyway, but, and so I explained to her that they thought I was gonna feed them when I was up doing a video and see what they're doing. But look down here, there's a third of the tank down there. And look down here, there's a third of the tank down here. And at the ends, I left like 8 or 9, 10 inches for the big fish to even turn the corners to go around each end, more so on that end. So she was like, good. I didn't realize that, but yeah, see, these guys don't waste much energy. They know they're gonna get fed, so they just come and hang out there for a moment. But yeah, the Geos and the Sebrums, and stepped on something. spilled some. That's gonna make the cats very happy. I'll let them get them out. And these are her favorites. If one goes anywhere near her, you'll see her get up to get it. Somebody else got it. Another fish got it. Somebody else got it. The dog stopped for some reason. Kinda nice. I have to kind of get upstream from her. Dang, they keep getting her food. I saw you had a question, Recon. I'm gonna scroll it back here in 1 second and see if it was for me, and if it is, if it's something I can have an opinion about. Yeah, I know, just like the kids, right, Sandy? Yep. Hey, Sheila, welcome. Colors of Quality, I have a question. I can't get my 75 below 80 degrees no matter what I do. The heater never cuts on. It's just too warm in there. Giant Danios seem to be fine, but everyone, oh, I know that tank, yeah. But everyone says it is too hot. Yeah, 80 really is too warm for Danios. Danios are kind of like barbs in that they're cooler water fish, not a cold water, but a cooler water. That's why you see barbs and Danios with goldies a lot. They can go well, with bringing the goldies up just a little and the others down a little. See her, almost got that food. See, she can get up. There she comes. Get it. Get it. She got it. I just wanted you guys to see, because I always say when I feed, she gets up and eats, and then I'll give her a, she can stay up, but she's just eating the food now. She can sit on the bottom. She doesn't waste a lot of energy swimming around. I just haven't had the heart to euthanize her because she never gets better. So, I don't know how to get it down. It's obviously not that hot in your house. Have you actually felt Recon and touched that heater? You said the light never comes on, but have you actually felt it to see if it feels warm? That's what I would do, because I don't believe anything, you know that. So I would feel it and see if it's warm. It could have shorted the pilot. The light might not be functioning. Look at what you've got it set on. Obviously you've got it set lower than 80, but if it never comes on and it's 80 in the tank, stand there and put it on 85, while it's still in the water, and see if it turns on. I think you've got a bad, or I would suspect that you've got a bad pilot light's what we used to call them, but it's not. You know what I mean, the little light that comes on, like you said. But yeah, feel of it and see if it's warm or if it's been warm. There you go, Miss Cobalt. Rico, I'm gonna get you talking to me like that. I'm gonna get you. Rico's the boss. He's the smallest and the oldest, and he's the boss. He's the boss. Or a pup, exactly, Andy. You're right. That's why heaters are so dangerous. I've only had one that I can remember go bad, and I caught it in time. But one thing I do, and people will cringe, and I try to use a different finger. But I've only got 10. But when I'm going around feeding, I'll stick my finger in the tank and just feel, is this too hot or does it feel okay? The heater isn't hot. The bedroom is the warmest room in the house for some reason, 76 to 80. So the water should stay down closer to 76. Rest of the house 72. Heater is set on 78. It cut on one day when I had the window open. That is awful warm, but you know, what it will do is it'll just, shorten their life instead of living whatever they live, 4 years, 5 years. The bigger Daniels live a little longer, but they might, live a year less or something. They just have a faster metabolism. They're cold-blooded, so it affects their metabolism. So, obviously, newsflash, fish are cold-blooded. I was going to keep feeding these guys till you saw them eating some of those pellets. And there's Blue hoping to get some. Cobalt likes to, she's still shaking her head. She's a little heifer tonight. But the little ones, the fry get them and run with them like a puppy with a, see? And that is not too much food. It looks like a lot of food, but it's not. There's a big O. It's my last title, I think. Actually, the last one. But it's one of the old ones. It's not one of the new ones that wear out real quick. It's one of the old ones. So they've got a big title and they've got a big sponge filter. And they get 50% water change like everybody else once a week. So I hope that food will work out for you. It's like $9-10 at Petco stocks it. And you can also get it online, but it's just high-calorie carnivore pellets. All right, guys, and this is one of my food stashes. I have food stashes all over. You think I was kidding about having 10 bags of it? There's $9, so I got that from the local fish store before they close. There's 4 unopened. There's one unopened. I think this is what you might have been feeding that you couldn't get to sink. There's another one unopened. And nobody wants these, so I need to throw them away. Nobody wants those. I got those when I ran out. Oh, here's 2 more. So I guess that's about 10, isn't it? That's a bigger size. That one's heavy. Feels heavier. Those are pretty good there. Put those in for the quarries and some of the tanks. Yeah, I got lots of food. Way too much food. It's a shame. Oh, there's one of those. Cool. Cool. All right, guys. Oh, look over here. I'm so ashamed. Or maybe that's the one I laid down. Nope, it's not. Just everybody likes those. All right, guys. I hate to say goodbye when there are 35 people in here, and it looks like 70 likes. But I have got my fingers crossed that, oh yeah, that's not even all of it. That's just all that's in this room. I don't keep much in that other room, like I said, but move on. Move on, sis. This is the weirdest thing. This cell fan has ick this morning, and you can still see a little bit of it when he turns at an angle. It was really bad this morning, but no one else in here has it. Not one other. You can't see through there with all the salt water running down, but no other fish in here. There he is. It's almost gone on him. which means that it's hatching out. But so I may be, oh, thank y'all, Kenny. Maybe moving this fish, or I may be moving all of those corals out of there to this little tank, or to that little 10-gallon. Anyway, always something, right? All right, good night, Danikin. Nope, you hear these animals. And what time is it? It's 1 o'clock, so that's why they're fussing. I'll be lucky to get in bed by 2:30 or 3. Thank you, mods. Nice job, Sandy. Really nice job. And Recon. I still think it's a heater problem, because it can even be an intermittent issue with heaters. If none of us like to throw a heater away, but it would be worth getting another heater just to test it. What else is in that tank? The Jack Dempsey, the Danios. Hey, Chevy Fish. You too, be safe. Good night, Sandy. I would pull that heater out. I would just pull that heater out and see what happens in there. Just completely remove it. And it may solve your problem. Good night, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Great idea, Recon. Well, if the whole room is hot, Bob, it wouldn't be the tank heater. I know that's what's so weird about it, because this piece fits and that piece doesn't. But if it's 76 to 80, it's hard to get a tank to go to 80 if you're going between 76 and 80, because your tanks won't warm up like the room will. They won't warm that much. They're always going to be a couple degrees lower if your temperature's up and down. I would pull it if I were you. I would just pull it and see. Oh, thanks, Fred. Yeah, it would be wonderful to wake up and have that for tomorrow. I know you guys will be glad. Usually lights don't. I'll have to look at your video and see what's on there again. Yeah, light goes up, it goes up. I would pull it though. I wouldn't take a chance with my fish. I'd pull it and see what happens over the next couple of days. All right, thanks again, everybody. Thanks again, mods. If you haven't, please think about a like. Not a lot to like, but it was a champion ramble, that's for sure. His delivery of April 30th. Wow. Yeah, Anthony, we were talking about that earlier in another stream, I think. It's only essential stuff, Ed was saying. Good night, Ed. Yeah, Ed was saying that, Anthony. Only essentials, whatever essentials are. Because their employees are all laid off, or they're all to the house. I guess they didn't want them to, well, they can't work from home, duh. All right. Who's going next? I don't know, but I won't be there, guys, I promise. Take care, good night. Everybody be safe. God bless. It's that damn button. I just realized I've done this whole stream. Could be anybody. It's me. Oops.